In the last few years, we have seen an ever-growing fan base for Thai dramas. We have seen Thai filmmakers bringing in a whole new narrative for every genre, from intense storylines to rom-coms. With a strong narrative and brilliant portrayal of characters, these series can be easily enjoyed from the comfort of your homes. Here's a list of all-time favorites, the best and the greatest Thai dramas ever made. Number 1. Wanida. Wanida is the daughter of Dao, a loan shark. She is beautiful, lovely, brave and strong-willed. Major Prajap Mahasak, who came from the noble family Mahasak, is a kind-hearted man, a very good son and a family man. The two met in an accident and quickly developed dislike feelings for each other due to their very contrast personality. However, Major Prajap Mahasak was offered to get married with Wanida, Dao's daughter, to cancel the debt that he borrowed from Dao. Without knowing anything, Wanida agreed to the wedding and then their chaotic marriage finally begins. This series is from 2010, but it is one of the most romantic dramas in my opinion. Storyline has been used over and over, but it was quite entertaining from the beginning till the end. Lastly, this drama is a bit slow-paced and the ending is quite predictable, but overall I loved the show. Number 2. Thara Himalai. Faith leads Dr. Thara or Nam, the youngest and only daughter of the quadruplets of the Adi Surangsan farm, to meet and fall in love with Phuanet. However, Nam believes that Phuanet is just a worker on her farm, although his real identity is that of the Crown Prince of Parawat. In an assassination attempt, Phuanet was injured and was then sent to the hospital in which Nam became his attending doctor. In order to remain safe, Phuanet feigned to have lost his memory. Nam is then faced with the struggle of loving Phuanet and trusting that his love for her is also real because he is a prince and she is only a doctor from the rural side of Thailand. How can a foreign girl like Nam get through the barrier of Parawat's tradition to be with the man she loves? How will Prince Phuanet get back to his country and claim back what he rightfully is? This series is of 9 episodes and stars Kimberly, Mark, Nadej, Eom and Boy. It had a perfect blend of drama, love, family and comedy. Nothing too dramatic, but not anything underwhelming. As this was Kim's first lead role, she definitely deserves her recognition. It is a perfect series for anyone who wants to enter the Lakon world. Number 3. Kleun Cheewit. Jirawat is a cheerful, hardworking woman who is a famous model and an actress. Her mother married a smarmy but rich man who secretly lusts after his stepdaughter. After he attempts to drug Jirawat, she manages to escape by driving away. Unfortunately, due to forcefully being drugged, she hits a young woman on the road who later dies at the hospital. The dead young woman has a fiancé, Satit, who happens to be a lawyer. He vows revenge on the female driver who killed his beloved fiancé. Unfortunately, Jirawat's stepfather and mother use their influence and money to hide and hush all evidence. Satit decides to stalk and bother her to find the evidence that she is an evil and manipulative temptress. But in the end, he finds out she is actually a good and kind person, despite her lowly beginnings, and gradually falls in love with her. The story is a revenge drama that turns to love, and this drama is the best portrayal of that I have seen till today. Intense storyline with great acting cast, especially leads who are just great together. One of the best chemistry between leads I've seen so far, and they convey their emotions so well. Mark and Yaya are really good. Brilliant chemistry, they just make it so real. I can feel the emotions right away. Number 4. Duang Jai Akkanee. Destined to become enemies due to the rivalry beginning from the parents' generation, Akkanee and Ajima can never seem to get along. On the contrary, heaven seemed to have other plans for them. After an unforgettable misunderstanding and the rivalry between the two families, their lives were forever intertwined. The flowers will start to blossom, but can Fai and Jeet destroy the white fence that is dividing their lands and families? Will Thailand's Romeo and Juliet have a happy ending? This is a modern day version of Romeo and Juliet, the first lakon of Nadej and Yaya together, and the lakon that made me love these two. Both were still newbies at that time, but the acting was really good. If you're still new or just started watching Thai drama, then you should definitely watch this. Number 5. Panyachon Kon Krua. Chaim wants to win the prize to New York, so she decided to do a script on being a maid. In order to get it right, she must take a job as a maid to get the prize. She works as a maid at a rich people's house and takes notes while writing her script. But as she works as a maid, she secretly falls in love with the owner's nephew. The owner's nephew, Tam, wants to know what she's up to and tries to find out the truth. She tries every way to dodge him. When both go through incidents and meet each other every time, they secretly fall in love with each other. This is a great example of Thai drama developing their own rom-com drama brand. The show provided a good amount of witty humor and physical comedy. It also used timing, rhythm, and music effects to keep things engaged and entertaining from start to finish. The sweetness, the silliness, the laughter, the lovely ending. There's enough to keep you entertained. Number 6. Hua Jai Sila. Tor is a love child of a mistress and a wealthy he-so man. After his mother dies from neglect, Tor is forced to live with his father's family. Abused by his stepmother and stepbrother, he turns into the girl next door Mingta, who also suffers neglect at the hands of her so-called mother and sister. One night, while being chased by his stepmother, Tor jumps into a river and is presumed dead, though he survives. He is taken under the wing of another prostitute who knew his mother and takes on a new life under the alias Sila. Years later, he returns as a notorious rich pimp with plans to avenge his mother and to get revenge for the torture and pain brought to him by his stepmother and stepbrother. Sila's main goal is to hurt the people that hurt him as a child, but he never expected to see the only friend he ever had as a child, Mingta. As soon as they see each other, she realizes that he looks familiar to her. She notices a ring he wears around his neck and immediately comes to the conclusion that he is Tor, her childhood best friend that supposedly died. But he denies it because of his revenge plan. This one is a fast-paced story and each episode makes you cow for another episode. The main lead Thanapop is mind-blowing. His character not only demanded intense emotions and acting skills, but also charisma and an overall majestic aura. While the storyline itself is not so unique or complex, as is a typical revenge plot drama, the chemistry and acting between the characters make it really great. The drama is definitely worth your time. Just dive in and enjoy. Number 7. Love Destiny. Kadesurang is a modern-day girl who travels back in time 300 plus years after a car accident. There, she finds herself inhabiting the body of Mae Karakade, a noble who resides with her father's best friend and his family. Much to Kadesurang's dismay, Mae Karakade is spoiled and evil. Even her dearest betrothed portrait hates her and vows to stall their wedding for as long as possible. While there, Kadesurang does merits and good deeds to rectify the damages done by Mae Karakade in hopes of returning to her modern-day world. In the process, she slowly wins the love and admiration of the entire village, including Por Datu. Number 8. Mae Krua Kon Mai. Lomdao is supposed to marry Param, but she refuses, since she's never met him and doesn't know what he's like. So she disguises herself as Faidam, Param's family's new cook. Param soon becomes suspicious of her, and it's just a matter of time before he discovers she's his fiancée. Slowly, the two fall in love. Number 9. Thong Ek, the Herbal Master. Thongin is an experienced doctor who has treated many people. He has a grandson named Thong Ek who wants to become a traditional doctor. He also studies ancient Thai medicine. One day, Thongin isolates himself after one of his patients dies and he's blamed for his death. He doesn't want Thong Ek to become a doctor and go through the same. Still, Thong Ek is determined to prove himself to his grandfather. Number 10. Full House. Om is a writer who got swindled out of her house during her trip to Korea. She finds out that her house was sold to Mike, and in an attempt to get her possessions back, she enters a contract marriage with Mike for 1 year. Though she lost everything, remains optimistic and takes things in stride. What started out as a business relationship between the two becomes personal as they start to care for each other. Number 11. Mae Ka Khanom Wan. A female engineer named Pai Pai is boyish and frequently dresses like a man. Coupled with a skill in Muay Thai, people tend to think that she's a boy. However, she's also good at making desserts, so when she quits her engineering job due to problems with her boss, she gets the idea to open her own Thai dessert shop. It is in this job that she meets the handsome owner of an entertainment complex business and mafia boss, Vacharawat, who develops a crush on her. Number 12. Buang Banjathorn. Heartbroken and disappointed in love, Kleun Wan decides to visit the estate her estranged late father left her in his will. There, she finds an enchanted bed that transports her back in time where she meets Lao Pong, whom she later falls for. But there's trouble when Kleun Wan's estranged husband, who cheated on her, wants to reconcile with her. Number 13. The Crown Princess. Because her life was put into danger after her coronation, Crown Princess Alice of the country Raisos was secretly sent to Thailand, where Davin, a lieutenant commander of the Thai Navy and Navy SEAL, becomes her bodyguard. Number 14. In Family We Trust. This suspense drama revolves around the Jiranans, a wealthy Thai Chinese family that operates its own hotel in Bangkok and Pattaya. The drama follows the members of the family, which seem to enjoy a strong and unbreakable bond. But things are not what they seem. One day, the eldest member from the second generation mysteriously turns up dead in the family estate. His nephew Yi, the oldest son of the victim's sister and the prime suspect in this case, desperately tries to find out the truth. Number 15. Ruk Prakasit. Nit is a working woman who asked for a job as a secretary at Puchit's farm, but instead was assigned to be a manager working in the farm. As a boss and employee working together almost every day, Nit and Puchit eventually become close. Late, Puchit's little sister, who has an anxiety disorder, couldn't accept the fact that her only brother has love for someone else other than her. She would try every way to chase away Narisara from her beloved brother. Despite Lake's irrational behavior, Nippon, another employee in the farm, would always stay by her side and take care of her. However, the self-centered Lake looked down at him because he's just an employee, just like how she looked down at Narisara. How will the love between Puchit and Narisara be solved? So which of these Lakons sparks your interest and makes you want to jump onto the Lakon world? Please let us know in the comments down below. Also, please be sure to like, share and subscribe. Thank you.